All right, here they are. They're right here at 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
They're coming, they're coming, they're coming. Let's take these when they come over. Now. That was awesome.
Yeah, thank God, I tell you.
Watch that dog get after him now. She's doing a great job.
She's doing a wonderful
Is that Fred
job.
that's out
Yeah,
there,
Fred
huh?
the dog.
Good old Fred, he's getting a workout this afternoon.
Lying between the much larger countries of Argentina and Brazil is one of the most politically free and stable nations in South America. Its grasslands are ideal for sheep and cattle, and the Gauchos who tend them. For the old Gauchos, it was the Banda Oriental, the eastern bank of the River Plate. But its name today comes from the other river, the Uruguay, River of the Painted Birds. And it's those birds, in the plumages of as many as 10 different species of bright and brilliant ducks, that have drawn our hunters to Uruguay.
Single right behind us. Here he comes right over your shoulder.
Take it. Good shot, good shot.
Besides bringing you ducks, flying hard and filling the sky, we'll be challenging you with another of our Survive in the Wild questions. And as always, Tom Knapp will be here to show us one of his shotgun flourishes. So sit back as we venture south of the equator on this edition of Benelli's American Safari.
Today's episode of Benelli's American Safari is brought to you by Benelli. We are inertia-driven. Benelli's American Safari is sponsored in part by Bill Jordan's Realtree Camouflage, family, friends, and the outdoors. Federal Premium Ammunition, Federal, when every shot counts. Gerber Legendary Blades. Gerber, fend for yourself. Burris Optics, hunt like you mean it. And by the entire family of fine Benelli firearms, Franke, Stoger, and Uberti.
Now.
All right. Good shooting there, good
That
shooting.
was great.
You roll 2 out of that bunch?
I did.
Very good, very good.
The barrel's getting hot.
Hate it when that happens.
Oh, that felt good. Love to see that first one go down. That always makes you feel good. Especially when you hammer.
Confidence builder.
Yeah, you bet.
This isn't the first trip to South America for any of our hunters. Argentina is stamped in all of their passports. It is, though, the first time they'll experience the wonder of Uruguayan waterfowl.
Boy, this little pothole isn't enough to spit across. You know, they're
Unbelievable.
just fogging
It can't
here.
be 20 yards long and 10 yards wide, and these ducks are just flocking in here. It's unbelievable.
For
Wow,
Todd
now,
Smith,
you know.
longtime editor of Outdoor Life magazine, Uruguay is another stop on the hunting trail he's followed around the world.
That must be it. I guess that's what they're keying on.
Right.
Because,
With
wow.
him is outdoor writer and wing shooter extraordinaire, Ted Hatfield. Yep, Ted hails from those Hatfields. But he's not feuding with anyone here today,
It's
except
really
maybe
funny.
the
I guess they
ducks.
can just see these from a long ways away.
Yeah.
But boy, they have decoyed like 60 in here this afternoon. Just unbelievable.
You know, I think one of the reasons that I missed several birds here is they're so close.
They are.
You know,
They really are.
You're shooting a pattern about the size of a baseball past them, you know?
Yeah, no kidding. Boy, they're lit up like a Christmas tree. Here's a single, 3 o'clock, high.
Now here comes a single in here.
Take this one. You got him. Take him. Nice shot.
One of the attractions of hunting waterfowl with Los Gauchos is their use of labs for retrieving downed birds. For most hunters who've been around the block a time or two, watching a well-trained retriever work is an integral part of the hunt itself.
Oh, right here, right in front.
In Los Gauchos pro trainer Jim Cherney's 2 labs, Fred and Lily's work in those rice fields is a testament to Jim's hard work and patience.
I was down hunting in Stuttgart, Arkansas last year. And you know, the duck capital of the world.
Unbelievable.
And never got anything like this.
No.
You know, just doesn't even compare.
Whatever it is about this spot, they love it.
They do. You know, they're trying to land in here when we were unloading the truck.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Perfect spot.
The lowlands of Uruguay, covering 3/4 of this Washington state-sized country, are excellent for grazing, but only a small percentage is used for raising crops. Luckily for Smith and Hatfield, they're in one of the few rice growing areas, dotted with potholes, making it irresistible for ducks.
He's right, because the pattern's opened up that much more.
Yeah.
We're probably letting them get in too close.
I guess so.
And it's one of those potholes that finds Hatfield and Smith set up on, with a handful of decoys and a sky full of ducks.
Really want in here. It's unbelievable.
It is. It's incredible. But I tell you what, they commit to a little body of water like this, you're going to get a shot.
Yeah,
no question.
these robo-ducks are giving them a lot of action. We've got a little bit more breeze this afternoon than we had this morning too, which is really nice. It gives them something to set up into.
Yeah.
We could even use a little bit more wind. It would even be better.
It sure could, but you know, having the sun door back and the wind coming off of, you know, at least quartering off of our
it's a great
here.
setup.
Yeah.
Really a great setup.
Lovely.
Thank you. That's a confidence builder.
Here comes another one. Here comes another one. Take him, take him, take him. All right. Smartly done.
Helps when you move.
I guess
it helps when you move the gun.
I guess that was a double, kind of a prolonged one there. Okay, here's a pair.
Oh my goodness. Go ahead and take that one if you want. Uh-oh.
Ah, it'd be nice if I had it loaded.
The nerds go duck hunting.
Yeah.
With an audience of El Sase's cattle looking on, Smith and Hatfield are having a field day, so to speak.
Here they come. On our right.
The never-ending flights of birds give our hunters ample opportunity to pick their shots and shoot one at a time, giving the other a chance to critique their partner's shooting style.
Those were both yours, my friend. I don't think I drew a feather that time.
Slinging lead at him there.
Boy, this has been one afternoon, can you believe it? We've still got plenty of shooting light. That's 3 shots in there. Awesome, awesome afternoon. Gosh, it's just incredible out here. Just incredible. Beautiful, beautiful day.
Well, it's not over yet either.
Decoyed like crazy in here. Singles and big groups, it's just unreal.
Oh, man.
Whew,
well, we've had that one classic bunch. We don't get any more.
No,
boy, we've had our time.
So great to watch them just lock up right here. Yeah, that was wonderful. Doesn't get any better than that.
Oh
just
yeah,
awesome.
absolutely. Just did everything the way they're supposed to.
It's so pretty to watch those rosy bills like that. They're so pretty.
Yeah. What a bird.
Yeah, beautiful. Just beautiful.
This has got to be as big as a mallard.
Oh yeah.
You know, anyway.
For sure.
While it might be tough for our hunters to get lost in this cattle pasture, for a hunter finding themselves turned around in the wild, it can happen at any time. So if it happens to you, just remember the word stop. It can save your life. S stands for stop. T is for think. O is for observe. What does the letter P stand for? The answer when we return. The letter P stands for plan. You need to plan how to deal with this emergency while conserving your energies. Follow your plan and adjust for changing circumstances.
If I were to write an article about the trip down here to Uruguay, I think there would be all sorts of sort of highlights. I think, number one, the duck hunting here is just second to none, literally in my opinion, anywhere in the world. And I've hunted quite a few places. It can be awfully good in the States and awfully good in Canada. But here it's just every day, regardless of the weather conditions, you're just going to have phenomenal hunting. They have liberal limits, so you get to do a lot of shooting, and that's something that because of restrictions and just use on the resource back home, we simply can't support. Here, no one's doing any hunting, so all the shooting that's going on here is being done by just a handful of people, and the resource is so large there's virtually no impact on the duck population whatsoever. So it's a win-win. It brings commerce to Uruguay. It's a lovely country, very, very friendly people. I think any American coming down here is going to feel welcome and safe and very, very comfortable.
And as soon as we got into this grassy area along next to the slough, ducks just started falling out of the sky. No hesitation, unlike the mallards at home that seem to take forever and never come really right into the decoys. We had these rosy bills just dropping out of the sky, all of them with their wings cupped, bunches of 15, 20, 30 birds at a time, just fogging in on us. It was a shoot where the gun barrel got hot and you just couldn't load fast enough. And down here in Uruguay, of course, they have very liberal limits and you can really, really get into some duck shooting. And I think 3 or 4 days down here and you'll come away from it as a real wing shot. You can get practice down here in shots that you just wouldn't, it'd take you a lifetime to get back in the United States.
On day 2, our hunters awakened to a pretty heavy fog that has settled in, along with cooler temperatures. But it's still the same hot-barreled action they've grown accustomed to.
Yeah. Well,
it's going to be awesome.
Looks like the boys got her set up for us.
They're all ready. Decoys out, ibis flying.
A lot of wings in the air. There goes the duck right there.
Take them.
Well, we scratched a couple. Boy, I tell you what, in this fog, you don't see them until they're right on top of it.
George Criddle is responsible for introducing Smith and Hatfield to Uruguay. A commercial airline pilot in his late 30s, Criddle has always been fascinated by everything waterfowl. He began his South American outfitting company, Los Gauchos, 5 years ago in Argentina, and it's now expanded into Uruguay.
Uruguay is one of the last uncharted frontiers where you can go out duck hunting and you won't hear airplanes, chainsaws, tractors, dogs barking in the background, and it's just paradise like it must have been on the prairie back in the 1920s.
There goes the duck
right over our heads.
Here's a bunch.
3, here's 5. They may swing around again. Good shot. Nice shot.
I better hang on to my gun. Every time I set it down, another bunch comes in here.
Criddle is a firm believer in Nash Buckingham's observation that the best load for ducks is a well-trained retriever. And on this hunt, Criddle's friend and well-known trainer has brought along his best friends, a pair of reliable and energetic labs, a rare treat on a foreign hunt.
You hear about the bird hunting and like the duck hunting and stuff down in Argentina, but you never hear anything about Uruguay.
No, this is the really undiscovered paradise down here for bird hunting. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah.
No, it's super nice people. I mean, everybody here has just been great. Fantastic food. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better setup. And the ducks are 10-minute drive from the estancia.
From the lodge there.
You're literally on the water with the birds in 10 minutes after breakfast. It's just amazing. You got to really put the lead on these. They're coming a lot faster than they look.
I shot behind that bird.
Well, that's the nice thing about a foggy morning like this, is that when they see those decoys and with the action that they've got these robots,
let's get them.
They're going to come screaming in here. Here's a batch on the left.
Yeah, there's 3.
11 o'clock.
Oh, here's a single right here too.
Right here. Take him, Ted.
Here. Get him.
Nice shot.
Nicely done.
Nice shot. Good job, bud.
I got out in front of him.
Perfect. You know, that was a pretty shot. I didn't even see that one.
Oh, I didn't until he was right on top of it.
I like this gun a lot.
Yeah?
Yep.
Well, that's the latest and greatest from Frankie.
This is the A12?
I-12.
I-12, excuse me.
Yeah, inertia. It's the first inertia gun they've ever made.
It's really comfortable.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's
hardly any recoil at all, and it balances really nice.
They've got a special pad that they did for that. And those actually that gel. Smartly done.
It's about time I start to swing the gun.
Here we're talking and not watching.
You know, now, what were you saying about the recoil pad here?
It's got a little gel insert.
I can feel it.
Yeah.
That's great. It's very comfortable.
It's made out of some kind of medical stuff to where when the gun recoils, it doesn't, it's not like rubber, it doesn't bounce. It kind of flattens out and goes squash, you know.
Huh.
So it does take up the recoil.
Well, it obviously works.
Well, this is a Stoger. And honestly, with Benelli, here's 2.
All right, there's 2 down. Nice job.
Nicely done, a pair.
That's great. That's more like it. I mean, the gun will do its job if I do mine. There's no question about that.
Benelli's American Safari is sponsored in part by Bill Jordan's Realtree Camouflage, family, friends, and the outdoors. Federal Premium Ammunition, Federal, when every shot counts. Gerber Legendary Blades, Gerber, fend for yourself. Burris Optics, hunt like you mean it. And by the entire family of fine Benelli firearms, Frankie, Stoger, and Uberti.
That's a lot of gun for that money.
Well, they really work.
Well, look at these. And they work, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
Back north of the equator, Benelli's sharpshooter Tom Knapp is waiting to pull something new from his shotgun bag of tricks. Stay with us and all will be revealed. And now let's see what Tom Knapp has in store for us.
Hey, 8 fly targets with a Benelli! If you think that this is the type of choke that I'm talking about, you're watching the wrong TV show. This is the choke that I'm talking about. That is a restriction at the end of the barrel that designates the size of your pattern at a specific distance. If you're having trouble getting those birds in your bag, it could be that you're not choosing the right choke for the right game. Most of my shooting is done at 30, 35 yards or closer. I open up my choke with the improved cylinder, basically shoot that particular choke all year long. I shoot it on my shows, I shoot it in the field, and I shoot it on the Sporting Clays course. If your shots are getting out there further and you're shooting waterfowl, you might want to tighten that choke up. But if I were you, I'd start with the improved cylinder choke and go from there. Give me another pair, Larry. Pull. I'm Tom Knapp for Benelli's American Safari, and remember, think safety first and then have a good hunt.
Here comes a pair in, right at us, low. Well done.
That was as nice as it gets.
That was incredible.
That's the best bunch of the day right there.
That was.
Woo, man, that was awesome.
Well, I tell you what, they locked up like that.
By far and away, the best decoy bunch of the day. Unbelievable. God,
well, they had their
that was
mindset
great.
on it, didn't they?
The thing that was cool is that you could see them out here a quarter of a mile.
Fred's doing good work there.
Fred's getting a workout.
Well, I think I'm going to get a suntan or sunburn. Yeah.
It has to be 70 degrees.
Yeah, it does, man. It's I'm way overdressed.
This is wintertime in Uruguay. It's 70 degrees. Amazing. The nicest duck hunting I think I've ever had.
Yeah, really?
Unbelievable. Could be in t-shirt right now and be very comfortable.
Oh yeah, he's going to drop right here. Suicide.
The suicide bird.
Nicely done.
I couldn't help myself.
Oh, no, perfect.
With all the places the duo has hunted ducks, in the U.S., Canada, and Mexico, they will have to try hard to find the equal of Uruguay.
Today's episode of Benelli's American Safari is brought to you by Benelli. We are inertia driven.
For a waterfowling destination, it's well off the beaten path. But Los Gauchos Outfitters has a good thing going here, and they were glad to experience it for themselves before the rest of the world does.
Rolled it. Great shot.
Oh boy.
Hey, hurry up. Here's a couple of 3 more back here over your right shoulder.
At El Sase, the comfortable estancia building is the ranch home, built in 1920. Here, shooters are treated not like guests at a hotel, but like members of the family. No day of hunting in the land of the Gauchos would be complete without an asado, the traditional wood fire ranch barbecue of Uruguay and Argentina.
I just was absolutely amazed this morning when we were just setting the decoys up, and there's just flock after flock after flock at 10 feet. I mean, they were just right all over the water, landing on the water while we're putting the decoys out.
Maybe it comes from waterfowlers watching ducks flying beyond the horizon and makes them want to follow, to see the new lands the ducks have flown to. There are worse reasons for getting out and having a look around, and who knows, without ducks, maybe Smith and Hatfield would never have known the marvelous country of Uruguay.
You should definitely not take a person here the first time for the first duck hunt.
Ruined
That'd be ruined. Nothing to that, yeah.